Aurora's crackdown on people who don't have homes is headed to another level. The new conservative majority on city council is moving beyond just determining how tax dollars are spent on homelessness. Now they're considering a campaign to discourage private citizens from giving their own money to people on the streets. Here's Steve Staker.
Aurora City Councilman Steve Sundberg says he's been paying a lot of attention to this off-ramp near his home, 225 at Iliff. He says he's seen the same folks here living and panhandling for the last 3 years.
Well, we've seen 2 of them overdose on heroin, and we would just love to see them become healthy in the long term, and that's not healthy.
So Sundberg has proposed a city-funded campaign to put up signs encouraging people not to give to panhandlers and give to a fund for service providers instead.
We would like to educate them that it's better to give to the organizations that support those in need rather than giving to the panhandler directly. Because in a lot of cases, it just exacerbates a cycle of dependency that is clearly not healthy.
He admits he doesn't have the data to back up this claim.
Well, we just see it with our own eyes, right? I don't know what the empirical data suggests, but we don't want to be a city that is permissive to open-air drug markets, permissive to open camping, and permissive to aggressive panhandling. We'll leave that to the cities on the West Coast.
Individuals can make that decision for themselves.
Kathy Alderman with Colorado Coalition for the Homeless says data she's seen from research in California and Canada seem to show that if you give someone money, they won't necessarily use it destructively.
Well, the research shows that when you give people a basic income or you give people what they need to survive, they spend it on those things that help them survive.
Alderman says she worries this campaign would be the first step to criminalizing panhandling. Sundberg insists that's not the goal, and people still have the choice.
They can still give if they want to, but they should really know that in a lot of cases they're just contributing to a cycle of dependency and addiction.
People need to have the choice to decide whether they want to give to individuals or they want to give to organizations, and I don't think the government has a role in that.
The one thing it seems that everyone is on board with here is that there is an inherent public safety risk to people standing in the street and panhandling. Members of Aurora City Council have asked for data on that before they make any final decision about this proposal. This would cost about $400 per sign in Aurora, according to a presentation from last night. No estimate yet on how many signs they might need, how many of these places they might put a sign where they expect people might be panhandling more often than not.
So that's the thought. The thought is like, here's a corner where people stand. So they're going to put a sign like right next to where those people stand saying, don't give to this person.
Yeah, I mean, think of like a do not enter sign.
Yeah.
It would be a sign on a sign pole just like that. And the thought is that those are probably going to get vandalized pretty quickly if people are encouraging you not to give and you've got people there who would like you to give.
Bad for business.
They're anticipating that they're going to have to spend a bit more than they do on normal street signs on fixing these when they finally do put them in place.
Homelessness is certainly a key focus of Aurora City Council, so we'll keep watching this and other issues. Thank you, Steve.